Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be Flash and herO here on Destination. Got this replay off of Team Liquid. You can find amazing replays in the forums if you look. Alright, so top side of the map, we have the yellow Terran player, Flash. And in the bottom side, it is the teal Zerg player, herO, who is an excellent, very terrifying, very skilled Zerg player. Man, there was an epic game between, I want to say, herO and Last, where, oh man, herO defeated Last's mech in an incredible way. I don't want to spoil it, but maybe I already did spoil it. I don't know. Just go back and watch it. Just search Flash and herO on my channel and you will see an incredible game. Alright, so ZVT here on Destination. Most of the time we have foreigner players on this map, but sometimes the best of Korea play on this map as well. So yeah, no proxies here. No proxy barracks, no proxy hatch, just sound mechanics, a good split of workers, putting your workers onto minerals as soon as they are made, and scouting with an overlord whose name is Terry, as is tradition. In case you're missing out, my Sunday streams are a lot of fun. Sunday Brood War streams, you've probably seen them come through on the VOD shows up after the stream is done, after a couple hours of some processing. And what I like to do sometimes, it's like a 4-hour stream, and I just take breaks, and I'll just load up a game, find an overlord, and just follow it with the camera automatically while I go get a drink or something. And somebody nicknamed them Terry the Overlord and named themselves Terry the Overlord, and it strikes me, makes me happy just to name overlords, even though they're probably going to die. That's fine. They can have names. We can feel bad about them when they get cruelly and heartlessly murdered by the Terran. Anyway, man, that looked like about a 9 pool? Nah, 12 pool. 12, 11, 10. Oh, hold on. 12. Something like that. Regardless, it was a hatch first play. Into an extractor, into a pool. Nothing too crazy here at all. On the other side, one racks, we are producing Marines and sending out the SCV for the scout to try to see if there are lings coming up and trying to kill us, or if it's safe enough to expand. Dude, the drone harass. We've not seen a lot of this, but I feel like recently we've seen a little bit of an uptick in drone harass in these games, which is kind of interesting. I mean, it's a ton of lost mining time for this drone, obviously, but also the harassment is pretty fun. It can give you something to do with your 450 APM while you're, you know, back home doing nothing. So hatch finishes. Obviously, there is a pair of lings on the way, and that is a 3-minute lair timing, everybody. This is some fast muta, but guess what? Flash is here. He sees the timing. He knows what we're dealing with. He's not going to die to it like other Terran players sometimes do. So drone not going to get any kills. Definitely not. But is going to go ahead and die. Die here after noticing the factory has finished. It's a very fast factory here. Vulture here too. SCV is trying to mine out this back door. Can't quite pull it off before the lings murder it. And yeah, there's a window. There's a window here where there's not going to be a whole ton of stuff for herO. He's going to go for a hive as soon as he can. He's really not going to want to spend very much on Zerglings. But one sunken, based on the factory, he's like, I'm going to need a sunken to try to deal with a vulture that's going to show up and try to kill me soon, because that is not a defensive vulture by any stretch. It's going to come try to kill stuff for sure. Machine shop coming up. I wonder what upgrade we're going to see there. But yeah, the sunken is about as much as he wants to invest in this. Zergling does manage to cruise up and scout the fact that there is an expansion. So that's good. It's not a one-base flash that would try to kill him. That would be very scary. A Spire and a Hydralisk Den at 4 minutes. Okay, man. Like, I support this, herO. You're a madman. But maybe going for like a Mutal Lurker style play, which requires a ton of gas. He's got to be taking a second gas here sooner rather than later. Vulture does not want to go in there, but he's wearing his smart mustard yellow suit today. He does not want to be seen dead, that's for sure. For sure. Excuse me. Anyway, I hope you... Man, there was a absolutely epic Idra versus some unknown Zerg player that I posted on the channel a couple of days ago. If you haven't watched that one, because you're like, it's Idra, who cares? It's a great game. A lot of you guys are way into Idra. I understand many of you other people are not. But he's a solid player. Like, here's the thing. He never did anything in Brood War, but come on. What foreigner ever did do anything in Brood War to this day? Yeah? But in StarCraft 2. In StarCraft 2, he got up to the point that he was an excellent, excellent world-class Zerg player. Like, I think 2011 was... He had one of the best years anybody in StarCraft 2 ever did. So, like, put some respect on Idra's name. He's a rager, and he treats people poorly. I get that. But his skill level is not as bad as many people seem to think. He's not only famous because he's a rager. There's a lot of players who have bad manner, but the reason that Idra is famous is because he was good. He was at a certain level of just quality in play, and still a rager. That was weird. That's the thing that really set him apart. Never mind, we canceled the Hydra Den and threw up a macro hatch instead, and we're tossing up some mutas. Guess how we're dealing with this? Goliaths. We are just straight meching this, man. Remember what I said? The options for Terran are you can open bio, continue the whole game with bio with science vessels. You can open bio into mech at some point, whenever you want, really. And you can open straight mech, which is exactly what we're seeing here. You got to get Goliaths out first to deal with the Mutalisks, because you're not going to have the Marine count for it. But Flash is doing this exceptionally well. herO booster, man, at 6 minutes is so fast. And we've got 7 mutas heading on out. herO is droning up behind this. Ursidon wandering alone here on destination. Third base coming up on the left side. Vulture Pilot knows he's dead, tries to make a run for it, but recognizes you're toast when you're toast. So third base coming up. I like this timing. This is pretty good. Mutalisks have map control at this stage. It's kind of hard to push out, although we have seen Zerg players die to Goliath pushes. Around this time, around 8 or 9 minutes, you just make a bunch of Goliaths, you push, and you kill the mutas because you have great range and are doing good damage. Man, the herO boost could not come any sooner for Flash here. And it's ready. It's ready to go. So I think at this point, oh, the kiting and the damage done here. It's only half damage to mutas, but half damage is still a lot of damage. Still 10 damage per shot, man. That adds up. Mutas are squishy boys. They are not tanky. That's because they're fast, and they can shoot air and ground. Holy, fourth base timing for herO. This is one heck of a macro-style game, man. I've not seen this level of macro play in a bit on the channel. A Zerg player getting their fourth base at 7 minutes is pretty zippy. That lair timing was really fast, too, I suppose. Anyway, yeah, we're going to see Flash mech on this map. It's a good map for mech. You have a lot of ramps you can defend with siege tanks. These bases on the sides have ramps leading to them. There really aren't a lot of bases on this map either. There's a total of maybe, if you count this one, which is only minerals, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5th here. So yeah, basically 5 bases for each player. Total, that's it. Like, if the game goes long, you can mine this sucker out pretty easily. And by long, I mean 30 minutes, not like long an hour, you know, like some maps. Anyway, I mean, just flash mech things right now. Are we surprised by any of this? No. It's Vultures, it's upgrades, it's Goliaths. We're going to start making tanks here eventually. He did get an academy for ComSat because he's worried about a lurker follow-up, which he should be, because we are definitely not getting the lurker upgrade. I thought for sure that was a lurkers. We're going for Hydralisk. Hydralisk attack range. So this is like a Muta Hydra answer to this, which really actually very good if there aren't any tanks. Muta Hydra trades pretty well versus Goliaths. The problem is, if you start getting 4 or 5 tanks in there, things go bad. No. Sorry, Vultures, you're not really accomplishing much over here. I think 2 drones died based on the blood splatter there. Spider Mine's up. Spider Mine's ruin my ability to read the minimap every time, because I think these are Vultures creeping around, but no, they are Spider Mines. I guess the trick is if they're not moving and they're flashes and they're out on the map, they're probably not a unit. I mean, not an attacking unit. Science Vessel here, because you still want to radiate no matter what you're doing. You're always getting a radiate for the Zerg because it works on everything they have. And it's super good against mutas because they stack up and it one-shots lurkers and it one-shots defilers and it does damage to ultras, a lot of damage to ultras. Doesn't kill them, but it's damaging anyway. Vulture ends up getting 2 kills, so it's a little bit of light harass here. Nothing game-ending or really game-changey, I would say, for Flash. That's okay. This is why there are Hydras. Man, drone killed even with Hydras. Right in the another drone killed. Flash, stop it. He's already dead. Stop picking off random drones you magically run into with your magic skills. Scanted. How's it going, man? Good? Great. Looking good, Scanted. Did you seriously YOLO in there? These are YOLO vultures, dude. Getting them drones, though, that's for sure. It's only 50 drones. I want to say at least 10 have died here during the harassment in the last little minute. Another macro hatch on the way. Lurker aspect. No. Okay, so what we're looking at then... Oh my gosh, more drones dying. That's what we're looking at, is more drones dying. The vulture harass... See, this is how you have to do if you're mech. Because you're slow. It takes you a while to build your army. You have to be out here slowing the Zerg player down, or else you're just going to get overwhelmed. If you can keep them on this side of the map, even if you're losing a ton of vultures, it's totally worth it. If you keep them busy hunting spider mines, totally worth it. Irradiate coming in, making a siege tank. But this is really largely Goliath right now with their +1 attack. And entirely, I mean, not largely. I guess vultures, if you count there. Man, this turret count. A little bit intimidating. Oh, that's 4 turrets in a line with 4 more over here. He really doesn't want to die to Mutalisks. Look at all the static defense. Be like Flash, Terran players. Get that static defense, man. It really keeps Mutalisks away. 8 missile turrets in your main keeps the mutas away, I believe is the nursery rhyme. It doesn't really rhyme, though. Siege mode finally coming in. And this is a Goliath Vulture army. Scourge thinking about trying to get something done. They just get out of there. This is extremely problematic for herO right now. He's doing great things. Like, he's active with his mutas. He's expanding like a boss. He's up to 52 workers. He's making 10 Mutalisks right now. 10! Because there are no Marines. Marines will shred mutas. Also, irradiate. Dude, get out of there. Ugh, the split was late. That was a late split. These mutas are more injured than they would have any want to be. Scourge are just kind of suiciding in here. I guess distracting the missile turrets. Alright, another irradiate. The split off is again not the best. But he's accomplishing it anyway. Mutas darting back in, trying to pick off SCVs. Yes, there we go. Some SCV kills for herO in this game, knocking Flash down to 50 total. And we're pretty much even on worker count, which is not great, but the base count is a huge freaking deal for herO right now. He's got 4 total bases to the 2 bases that Flash is rolling with. It's all about the cost efficiency, man. These mutas are having, I don't want to say a good time. They're having an alright time. It's working on faster Overlord movement, maybe so they can run away a little bit. The irradiate play here. Yeah, again, you can kind of go mass muta against a meching Terran a little bit easier, but you really do have to worry about irradiate still. You don't have to worry about flying over a group of Marines and instantly dying, but you have to worry about getting irradiated, and then all that bad stuff happens to you. Alright, so herO's at 158 supply, Flash is at 140. Flash is doing the slowest creep across the map of all time. In fairness, it's a pretty small map. Oh, the Scourge are just like, come over here, science vessels. Come on over. Come defend from this absolute insanity as it happens right in front of your face. Ooh, got a science vessel, but I'm not sure that was worth it. So he kills all of the turrets, which does admittedly totally suck. Kills an SCV, kills a couple SCVs here. Besides, yeah, slow down upgrades, man. Deny that +2, that +3 mech upgrade. Thank you very much. These mutas are hanging out for some reason. I mean, he's got 2 separate giant control groups of mutas. That's what we're dealing with. +3 air attack, or +3 mech attack is denied, which is a huge... These mutas need to get out. You cannot just suicide these in here. Ooh, got the academy, so future comsat construction's not really going to happen. Hydra's attacking over this way. Muta's just jumping into the one siege tank that is here, allowing the Hydra Ling to do better than they would otherwise. This is chaos. We're 15 minutes into this thing. What a fantastic match this is. Muta's killing SCVs. Somehow Flash is at 58. Like, he's been losing SCVs, but he's also been triple pumping them non-stop this entire time. Great split on the Mutalisk that time around. Science vessels are so beefy. They're beefy, beefy boys. But they're flying, which means they are susceptible to getting hit by them Scourge. Oh no, is he working on Lurker aspect? Why is he worrying about comsat stations so much? Man, herO's multi-muta army stuff here is kind of inspiring. He's just got different flocks flying around, bypassing missile turrets, getting right on top of the SCVs. To some extent, these mutas are not doing anything, but they could be. Trying to pick off tanks. I love that choice. How many attacks does it take to kill a tank when you have +0 attack? And the tanks have +1 armor. It's a lot. It's a lot of attacks. herO's up 153 to 156 supply, which is we're about even at this stage of the game. The mutas are trying to escape from Tarkov, but no. Some of them will escape, but definitely not all of them. Flash has managed, obviously, to take his third base along this right side. He still hasn't expanded this way, though. And herO hasn't expanded for a while either, honestly. But man, the last few minutes have just been herO non-stop on Flash's side of the map. Mutas everywhere, which is why there are turrets everywhere. And why he's still making Goliaths. At least some Goliaths are joining the party. He is more into siege tanks and vultures at the moment. According to that production tab, though. Man, those Hydras sniped that spider mine real fast. Didn't they? Where are your Overlords? You have speed for them. Here they are. Okay, so Overlord's coming through to troll for spider mines. Flash taking the top right-hand base. He does take the pocket expand a little bit early, but I think he'll be okay with it. Whew! A bit of a calm falls over the battlefield. The first 17 minutes have been extremely chaotic. I mean, we're still kind of trying to Hydra over here, but that tank count is crazy. We're going for it, I guess. Everything's going for herO. All of the Hydras. The mutas are jumping on top of this stuff, too. Got defensive matrix up. There is just abject chaos here. The Hydras are trying to kill the tanks, but there aren't enough of them. Additional Hydras coming from the south trying to accomplish things here. But I think there are just too many +2 siege tanks. No, they're not. +3 Ling reinforcements, though, joining the party. There are not enough of Lings. There's like one per Goliath. Lings trade well versus Goliaths. Not that well. That's insane. Oh, that reminds me of, there's a highlight from WCG 2005. It's Day 9 versus... I can't remember who it is. It's like the first tournament that Tasteless was commenting, though, because he got knocked out early, right? And, yeah, it's this meching Terran back in 05. And Day 9 just has this, like, Ultra Hydra army. And he does it. Like, he manages to come from a bunch of different directions and just has enough stuff to crush what looked to me like a superior mech army. It was one of the more impressive, inspiring things, honestly, I've seen. You guys remind me, I'll put a link to that in the description if you want to see a little bit of WCG US history. Again, no foreigner has really ever been all that good. Day 9 was the best player in the Western Hemisphere at one point. I think in 07 he took the Pan American Championship, beating Testy to do that, and was crowned the best player in North and South America and Central America, which is a great accomplishment, but, you know, compared to the Korean scene in general, just not much. Which I think is no shame, because, again, no foreigners ever really done much in the Korea scene. Alright, so Defiler here. We're finally on Defiler tech at 18 minutes. And guess what gets irradiated instantly? All of the Lurkers and the Defilers. Do they get anything done at all? I'm going to go with no. No Dark Swarms, no Plagues, no nothing. That's bad. Left side base getting taken by herO. If I know anything about this map, it's these left and right side bases are hotly contested. the longer the game goes on, especially, I don't know, like ZVP, all the matchups, these bases are contested. For sure. So we're still making more Hydras, man. Making Lurkers. I think we're done with the Mutalisk experiment. You'll notice he never got upgrades for the Mutas. He got armor, but he never got attack, which indicated to me he really didn't want to go too much into the Mutalisks, but he wanted the Scourge to have armor, so that's why they do. A little bit tankier as they're trying to seek directly onto the science vessels. Scourge. Yes. Yes. All right. Are we dropping? Oh, we're dropping. Oh, this is such key. This is such a key in this matchup is how much do you drop against Terran when they're meching like this? Because they're not mobile. You can be more mobile than they are through the skies for the most part. Do not have adrenal glands. What is going on with adrenal recently? Get adrenal, herO. Jeez. All right, Ultralisk Cavern coming in here too. Everybody gets irradiated. The Lurkers, more importantly, get irradiated, which again does kill them. Not instantly, but you know, it's a one-shot, which is weird, right? It's weird to call it a one-shot when it doesn't instantly kill them. So Dark Swarm, Ling counterattack. I assume some Hydras are up here trying to do some stuff. They're all dead now. Dude, get adrenal. This is... Am I wrong? I don't feel like the Lings are attacking fast enough for this to be adrenal. That Sea Tank's got 14 kills. This one has 15. I guess there are some Lurkers in here causing some havoc. Fair enough. Kill the turrets. Make flash. Oh, more Dark Swarm, please. Gotta consume first. Please hold. Boof. There it is. Behold, all of the Dark Swarm known to man. Okay, it's 4 of them. Oh, this base is getting massacred by vultures, though. Or at least the drones are being forced to flee anyway. Yeah, so this right side little this little setup here from Flash does get completely destroyed. This is a nice attack from herO over here at the third base on the right side. The Lurkers are in there killing SCVs. 10 kills on that one. 10 kills on that one. They're running back here to herO's top right pocket base to kill more SCVs. Dude, this is some impressive damage. Imagine if these Lings had adrenal. Like, just imagine. We're getting speed for Ultras. 11 kill Lurker, not too shabby. It's still 131 to 114 supply. Flash is up, which means he's extremely doing very well here. Despite all the damage he has taken, despite all the cuts he has sustained, he's doing all right. The slow creep up the middle of the map is continuing very nicely. herO's attempt at holding this left side base is just, that's the thing. It's the hardest thing to do on this map, is holding on to these bases. The right side base hasn't even been attempted by anybody at this stage. And right now what it comes down to is Flash knows he is able to make better trades than herO is. He has mech. herO only has a certain number of bases he can really hold, and if he just makes bad trades against Flash, to a certain extent, Flash immediately wins. So here's another drop attempt. There was a really nice advanced warning here. Oh, the Scourge being here, though. That is pretty hot. Science Vessel taking hits, baby. Alrighty then. That Ultra dies instantly. Oh my gosh. Why? Why no adrenal? Jeez. Attack on the right side. Kind of getting stymied by the presence of supply depots, actually. It's a little weird, I guess. Ultra gets into this base, starts murdering things. These Lings are not adrenal, that's for sure. Wow. Alright, so it does shut down mining over here at the 4th. So Flash is not happy about that, I'm sure. But the drop otherwise didn't do too much damage. A couple supply depots went down. The science facility is literally burning down at the moment, but I assume SCVs are here to repair it. Priority is starport, apparently. What is this Ling run by attempt? Aborted. That's what it is. Chitinous plating just about done. I cannot believe herO has not made Adrenal today. Am I crazy? Tell me I'm not crazy. Tell me these Lings do not have Adrenal. Because I don't think they do. Man, Ultras of speed are zippy, that's for sure. How many Vulture attacks does it take to kill an Ultralisk? It's a lot. The Siege Tank is the bigger problem here. Doing big swings, right? 40 damage per shot. Ka-chunk. Ka-chunk. I don't know. This is just a total scrap fest. Nobody's been maxed out today, I don't think. We're at 109 to 98 total supply. Flash has a lead. Ow. And left side base still trying to be taken by herO, but like, his mind out of his main, his natural's mind out. His third base is getting there. That mineral patch has a ton of minerals for some reason, but the other ones are just about done. Yeah, I mean, as much as you don't want to spend minerals on static defense because you have 100 minerals in your bank if you're herO, you sort of have to. Yeah, the Vultures are here before this. It's such a frustrating thing. You're like, all right, I'll be ready for the next Vulture attack. I'll get up some Sunkens. And then right before the Sunkens start to morph in, the Vultures show up and kill everything. I guess the drone runaway was pretty good there, nevertheless. Irradiated Overlord is here for radiation purposes. Yeah, the Vultures with +3 are just shredding the Zerglings. I would not go in there. Like, this is what happens if you try to go ground with Zerglings into Vultures and tanks. Bad. Bad things. This Ultra, I think, is following this Overlord, and I bet it was told to go into the Overlord and there wasn't room, so it's following it. That is the backup action, if that happens. Incredible. This is a lackluster drop attempt out of herO. Defensive Matrix on the Siege Tank is super cool. He irradiated the Siege Tank. I don't think that was intentional. Was that a misclick from Flash? As they say, StarCraft is not about who plays perfectly, but he who makes the least mistakes will win. And that was a mistake for Flash, everyone. Write that down in your notebooks. In this game versus herO, 27th minute. Flash irradiated one of his own Siege Tanks instead of the Ultralisk that was right next to it. Like, maybe try to unload before you die. Nah, those missile turrets. Not happening. Not happening. Really, no one's even tried to take this right side base, I don't think. I haven't seen any hatchery attempts or command center attempts here. Which is so weird. I love the drops from herO. I really, really enjoy the drops from herO. I think they are a requirement versus an elite meching Terran player like Flash is. Because trying to come across ground is just, it's the killing field, man. The slow push up this left side. Big time issue. Yeah, we're going to be left with like this one mineral patch over here for a long time. Lings cruising up. Spider Mines, Siege Tanks having a great time. You just can't do this. I guess it's sort of working. It's not a complete abject failure, but you traded a lot for that. 98 supply for herO. Does take a Siege Tank down. Does get up into this base a little bit. Never mind. What the heck? High ground tank? Is that? Wow. That high ground tank positioning is kind of incredible. It can cover this whole bridge. Dang, son. That's pretty good. All right. 109 to 109 supply. This base is mined out. That's super bad. This base is mining out. This base, I don't think, is happening. I'm going to go with this base is not happening play. This one Ultra is all that can be spared. I mean, he kills a tank before he goes down. Gives him a space in Zerg heaven. But herO really needs this base. Like, really, really needs this base. Oh, the Siege Tanks. And he doesn't even run the drones. That's brutal. Funneling through supply depots, you can't even really come in a wave, is so disgusting. Nice drops, though. Okay, all right. Lings, top tanks are going down. Irradiate does catch this Ultralisk properly. This one, too. But there are too many tanks. Defensive Matrix on that Siege tank as he's firing on the Hydras. And that's your good game. herO's out and Flash is your winner in 30 minutes and 18 seconds. That was a bit of an abrupt finish, but I can totally understand where herO's coming from there. He wasn't able to kill this base, His bases were mining out immensely. There's just too much. There's just too much from Flash overall. Let me get, how far can I get? 29, 27, great. And that early Muta stuff was neat from herO. He really committed to those Mutas. Because again, the bio was skipped by Flash, right? So he gathers up for one last hurrah. He lifts. I really feel like it would be better if, I don't know. I was going to say if he gathers out here and then goes in, but the funneling is really genius by Flash here, because the Lings come in one at a time instead of a line of them coming at you, you know? Let's try to catch the time right before the GG. This is it. Alright, so this is effectively it. herO is down to... There you go. So that Hydra dies, and that's when we're done. So 76 total supply. He has 4 units here. He's got 4 units there. Another Hydralisk, couple Scourge, that's it. Like, his army is that. It's not enough. It is not enough to defeat all of these tanks, all of these science vessels, which he killed a bunch, but it did not matter. Yeah, I feel like this is a hard map for Zerg. I just feel like if you don't have a lot of places to expand, it's hard for you to get a giant economic advantage over a meching Terran in any way. You're just... I just don't know what you can do, you know? Good. Really fun, though. I mean, Flash just consistently doing Flash things there. Made a mistake. Maybe even more than one. Who am I to say? But got the win in the end anyway, just through Mac. Mac throwing up those killing fields, right? The killing fields where coming across the ground as Zerg just means everything dies. Spider Mine, Siege Tanks, Vultures, Missile Turrets. So Lurkers can't get too comfortable. Everything was beautifully well executed there by Flash. 228,000 points from herO, 252 by Flash. Ended up producing a good number of Zerg units, but man, this kill to loss ratio is disgusting. That's mech for you, though. And then resources, herO did a good job. Like, again, he mined out a bunch of his bases way faster than Flash did. But that's the reason that he GG'd out, is because he mined out a bunch of his bases way sooner than Flash did. And it didn't matter. He tried to overwhelm with that advantage, couldn't get it done. So, rough stuff for herO, but fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful win by Flash. All right, so that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. And there's a store, falconpaladin.store. But everything else is at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thanks for hanging out today. Take care of yourself, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.